Hello Hivers, welcome to Honeybee Stamping Hive, where a creative buzz is always in the air. I am Tashana Lundy, your independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Florida, serving customers all over the United States. And today, we're working on another Be My Valentine project. Okay, this is going to be a little treat box. So we're going to have a couple of items from the Be Mine suite of products, just a couple of items. And we're also going to be using the Autumn Leaves dies, which are a carryover from the last mini catalog, I do believe. Okay, so before we get started on our project, of course, we have to go over the buzzworthy business of the day. So we have our Sweet Springtime Paper Pumpkin Kit that today is the last day that you can subscribe to get this Paper Pumpkin Kit, February 10th. It makes 9 projects, has an early espresso stamping spot. And if you're a subscriber to the Paper Pumpkin, you can purchase the Love of Spring Dies add-on that coordinates with January, February, and March's Paper Pumpkin Kit, okay? There's a link in the description box below for you to subscribe to the Paper Pumpkin. Next up, we have our mystery boxes. These are the medium flat rate boxes from the USPS that I have stuffed with all of my retired Stampin' Up! Products. Some are new, some are used, but they're all Stampin' Up! And all retired. It's about $200 plus or minus worth of products in each box. I'm only asking $30 for each. Shipping is included. I can only sell it in the US. stampwithshana@gmail.com is the email you need to use if you're interested. You can also go to my blog at honeybeestampinhive.com and click on the image of this flyer, and it'll take you straight to PayPal for you to purchase your boxes. Lastly, here's our host code for February 2024. This is the code I want you to use whenever you're placing an order with me. Unless your order is $150 or more, don't use this host code because you'll qualify for Stampin' Rewards. And Stampin' Rewards equals free product from Stampin' Up! And I don't want you to miss out on any of your freebies. And during the month of February, we still have celebration going on. So that's even more freebies for your purchase of $50 or more before shipping and tax. So let's get started on our project. We're going to start by scoring our cardstock. We have some Sweet Sorbet cardstock that is 4 3/4 by 8 3/4. We're going to start on the long side of our paper, scoring at 3 inches, 4 inches, 7 inches, and 8 inches. Then we're going to score it on the short side at 1 and 3 3/4. Okay, so that's all the scoring done. Now we're going to go ahead and do some cutting. Okay, so on the short end here, the end with the shortest little section, we're going to cut up on each side of this middle section to the second score line. Okay, and then on these ends, we're just going to cut off the end like that. So whatever we do to one side, we're going to do to the other, okay? Then we're going to take wedges out on the inside there. And then we're going to also slightly wedge the outside of each flap over here. And we're going to do the same. Nope, I can't get to it with this. I'm going to slightly wedge just the top portion of this piece, okay? Then on the sides here, we're going to cut straight up the score lines, and then we're going to wedge into this little flap. Just like that. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side. This one I didn't cut too straight. Let's do that again. I want to remove the score line is what I'm trying to do, okay? So we have all of that done. Now we're going to take our bone folder and burnish all of our score lines. Whenever you're doing a 3D project, you want to make sure your score lines are very well defined. It helps the project go together. Okay, so we have that done. Now we're going to do some decorating of the box. Okay, so what I have here is some designer series paper. I have two pieces that are 3/4 inch by 2 3/4 inch. Then I have a piece that is 3/4 inch by 2.5. Then I have a larger piece here that is 2 3/4 by 2.5. Okay, there it is direction. Like if you have a directional paper, please be sure to cut it appropriately. Then I have some pool party to layer on with these designer series paper. I have one piece that is 2 7/8 by 2 5/8. One piece that is 7/8 by 2 5/8, and then two pieces that are 7/8 by 2 7/8. Okay, so we're just going to layer these together. This is the Be Mine designer series paper. We're just going to layer this onto the pool party. Then we have these. Two of them are the same, one is different. This shorter one is going to be for the lid of our box. And these are the sides. Come on, glue. Only need a little bit. Okay, so now we have that. We can let this sit because I want this to dry, because I have a habit of moving the paper. So I have already die cut out of some basic white using the Autumn Leaves dies our sentiment label, and we're going to go ahead and do our stamping on that. We have our stamp set that says Happy Valentine's Day. We're going to stamp in Sweet Sorbet. Like that. And while we have the ink out, we're going to stamp. We're going to stamp on our box. Let me see where I have to put it. We're going to stamp in this section here with where the little thinner flap is going this way. We're going to stamp in this large section right here. I'm just going to stamp my my little watermark, so to speak, say that it's made by me. Because once the box is put together, I can't stamp there. Okay, so now that these had a chance to dry, we're going to go ahead and glue these onto our box now. Come on, glue. Let me get a new glue bottle. Okay, we're going to put this right in the center. It's just going to have a little bitty border. Okay, so I got a new glue bottle. Let me see here. Which one of these is the short one? Come on. Those two are the same. So these are the side. Ooh, just like that. I forgot that I got a new bottle. Let me get a piece of scrap paper. And just want to be able to spread that glue out. Right, attach these to the side panels here. Man, why is it? I didn't even squeeze it that time. When you spread it out, it removes most of the ability to wiggle this around. So I try not to do that, but that was a lot of glue. I didn't want it to squirt out. Okay, so now this one, we're gonna put on this little, not the first section, but this section right here, okay? And if you have directional paper, you might wanna, the bottom of your paper would be here, going towards this end, okay? So the top. So if your paper has directional pattern, see? Because once you put it together, you want it to look like that. Okay, so we have all of that done. Now we need to get any kind of circle punch or any kind of punch you have that can put a little notch. I'm just gonna use a little circle punch, and I'm doing just not even half of it, but just a little portion for a notch. Oh, that's a lot. I didn't mean to do that much. Okay, so now we can start putting this together. I'm going to get some tearing tape and put on my 2 flaps with the designer series paper. Tearing tape. Oh, I shouldn't have did this yet. That's okay. I'm always doing stuff out of order. So let's go ahead and get my silicone sheet. That's what I need to do. Well, let me see. I might be able to do it. So I have some of our sweet sorbet bordered ribbon that comes in the Be Mine suite. And I've already gone ahead and put some tearing tape on the back of it. And I'm gonna see if I can remove the backing without removing the tearing tape. Okay, so we have that done, and we're gonna center this on the front of on this piece, the designer series papers piece. We're just gonna run that right across the center, like that. Then we're gonna take the tearing tape off the other side. We're gonna fold it over, and if it goes across, if it goes past the score line, you wanna cut that off because we don't want anything impeding our folds, okay? We'll cut that off. And now we can put our box together. So what I like to, these are gonna be our outside flaps. I want this not to be on the inside. I like them to be in the middle. So we're gonna put our flaps from the other end on the inside and bring our little short flaps up and wrap this around it, okay? So let me see, I wanna line these up at the top and on the edge here. Like that. Do the same at the bottom. Then I press it down to adhere it. We're going to do the same thing on this side. Line that up at the top and to the back. Do it to the bottom as well. See, I have that little, didn't cut a little piece off. Now we just press, and that is our box. Okay, so now we can start decorating. I'm gonna add some dimensionals to this. So let's get some dimensionals out. I'm gonna put a few dimensionals on this. Come on. You guys know I love me overloading some dimensionals. Okay, and we're gonna go ahead and put this onto our box. And I want to put it over to the left hand side, up a little ways, not straight in the middle of this, but just up slightly, just like that. And before the video, I went ahead and fussy cut one of these little bees that's with, has the flower next to it and a little pool party heart at the top. I'm gonna just add this. Let me make sure these dimensionals stick down. These are the mini dimensionals I added to this. And I didn't add one over here because that part is gonna be over our sentiment. So I need to put some glue there. Just a little bit. Let me put a little bit of glue. Then we're gonna take this and stick it right here like that. Then we're gonna get our hearts and flowers embellishments. Get our take your pick tool, and we're gonna add some of the pool party hearts, since there's a little pool party heart right there. So I'm gonna put one here. I'm gonna get a big one, put it down here, and that'll be it. So let me show you what this box can hold, okay? So I made another box. This is the same box, but doubled. So it's doubled in the depth, okay? So it can hold these Walker shortbread cookies. So this box holds 2 packs. As you can see, there's another pack in there. And this one will hold the single pack. And if you have some tea, this is one I made for Christmas. I made an extra one. But if you have tea, sometimes the tea bag, I would gift these with a pack of the cookies and a tea bag so they can have tea and cookies. It's really good. Okay, and then I made another one. And on this one, I used the Most Adored Designer Series paper. This is a celebration item, free with the $50 purchase. And I decorated it using the Hooray for Surprises bundle. And I used some of the Adhesive-Backed rainbow dots and some of the sheer ribbon combo pack on here. And this is, oh, this little circle is cut out using the Deckled Circles dies. Okay, so this one, it has hearts on the Designer Series paper, and this is a heart, but it doesn't necessarily have to be for Valentine's Day. That's what I wanted to show you this one for, so that you can still decorate with hearts, and it doesn't have to be for Valentine's. It's just for you. Okay, you guys, that is our project. I will have the template for the 1 pack and the 2 pack on my blog post. It'll be linked in the description box, okay? So that's it, that's all. Don't forget to leave a comment, like, share, and subscribe. And as always, I want to thank you for buzzing by the Hive today. Until next time, buzz you later. Bye.